Welcome to tonight's live broadcast of Lomita High School Sports on LTX Sports YouTube channel. Subscribe and come back and listen to the archive games or for the next live broadcast. Now, Mark Edmondson with tonight's Lomita varsity football game on LTX Sports YouTube channel. Mark Edmondson coming to you live from Hornet Stadium here, and it is homecoming 2025 for Hornet football. We do appreciate you joining us as we get deep into the season. Last pre-district game, homecoming game, just so much stuff going on. We appreciate you joining us wherever it may be on the World Wide Web for some Friday night football and for Lomita Hornet homecoming 2025. I want to jump out here right at the start and throw out some congratulations to the cross-country team. Give you some more details as the night goes on, but earlier this week, second in district, so they punched their ticket. The boys as a team and the two girls also moving to the regional race in Corpus Christi in just over a week, and so congratulations to the cross-country team. Again, give you some more details as the night go on, but I wanted to throw that out here early. We're going to have a lot of festivities here tonight. It is the Lomita Hornets and the Bynum Bulldogs who won't lose sight of the importance of this game as Lomita comes in at 3-3 and Bynum they're 1-5, but the Hornets coming off of a loss 59-14 to Richland Springs, the state-ranked D2 six-man team, and then Bynum coming off a loss to Aquila 64-0. But the Hornets have a bye week next week, so this game's important on its surface to get ready for district play to shoot for a district for a playoff spot. I was going to start just in 2 weeks, 3 games as the teams are coming onto the field here already. We still got about 13 minutes till the start to kickoff of tonight's game, but we also have at halftime the homecoming court. Here comes the Hornets through the giant blow-up grade. I haven't talked about it. I like to talk about the blow-up tunnels that teams have, and there's a great one here in Lomita of the giant Hornet, and about, 20 feet tall. I'm probably misjudging that, but they come running through here to the crowd. Again, homecoming 2025. I'm going to have all the also the homecoming court at halftime. The king and queen will be announced. We'll send that out to you as well. We've got some other things to talk about. So lots of stuff going on as we here come to game number 7 on the season. Lomita, real quickly, they started the season with a win over Gorman 40-16, then a win on the road against Blum 47-34. Lost to Eden back on September 11th, 64-14. Rochelle on the 19th. Rochelle came to town, and the Hornets beat them 36-30. The last 2 weeks against two very good teams. First against St. Joe in Abbott. That game on the road, 68-55. The Hornets lost, and then the 59-14 loss to Richland Springs last Friday. Have had a lot of home games, and the next one in 2 weeks will be at home to start district as well. Just a second, trying to get a plug in here and see if I think I have one still left there. Sorry, trying to find a plug here in the press box, and everybody helping out. So again, we'll go ahead and take our first break. That's how the Hornets got to 3-3. As I said, everything going on at once. Let's go ahead and take this first break. I want to get the Coach Wadley show in for sure before we get started here. So we'll get that in here. Always a lot of good, interesting information about the team that he shares with us. So we'll take this first break, come back again, and we'll get you caught up on everything about 10 minutes or so from kickoff. The Lomita Hornets 3-3 against the Bynum Bulldogs 1-5 on LTX Sports YouTube channel.
Hey y'all, I'm Blake Shelton. Being from Oklahoma, I know a thing or two about natural disasters. Tornadoes are common where I'm from and have affected my life and the lives of people I care about. No matter where you live, be aware of the dangers in your area and have a plan. You can create an emergency kit, come up with an evacuation plan, and know where to seek shelter. You never know when a disaster may hit. These simple steps can help save a life. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Smokey the Bear.
Then you know why Smokey tells you when he sees you passing through. Remember, please be careful, it's the least that you can do.
What you desire, don't play with matches, don't play with fire.
After 80 years of learning his wildfire prevention tips, Smokey Bear lives within us all. Learn more at SmokeyBear.com. And remember,
only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
It's the Coach Terrence Wadley Show. Lomita ISD Athletic Director and head football coach. The Hornets are 3-3 after a loss of 59-14 to the state-ranked Richland Springs Coyotes. Just a very good football team. What were your takeaways from the game?
The biggest takeaway for me was I wanted to see us be physical, and for the most part we did that. Still got a little injuries, a couple of guys still banged up. I would say it played an issue into that, but, they were pretty good. It is what it is.
Just one game before district starts, with a bye week in between, the team has battled some injuries, as you mentioned, and lost the last 2 games against strong opponents. It seems to me as a fan watching from outside that this game has a bit more significance to play well and build some confidence. How important is this week's game to the Hornets?
It's very important. 1 is homecoming. 2 is our game before our bye, game before district. So we're hoping to get everything back on track so that we can move forward and get ready for district. Those guys that we've talked about that have injuries, hopefully they'll get some playing time this week. That should make a big difference for us moving forward.
The Bynum Bulldogs are the homecoming opponent of the Hornets. What can you tell us about the Bulldogs?
Still nothing we hadn't seen. They run a lot of stuff out of shotgun, so a lot bigger opponent. They've got some pretty big size guys up front. It's definitely somebody we haven't seen of this size up to date, but I think our speed and should help us get a victory.
I always ask this question of coaches this time of the year. Homecoming week brings added excitement, but also some distractions. As we mentioned, this is an important game for the Hornets. How do the coaches and team approach being prepared for the game?
We just talk about minimizing the distractions. It has been a very busy week, not as busy as I've ever experienced. Most times you've got something every day going on. You've got festivities in town that take place for homecoming, and so far we hadn't really had those type of distractions, so it's actually a pretty good thing this week.
Well, thank you, and as always, good luck.
Thank you.
My name is Emma. I am 13 years old. 6 years ago, I was injured in a car accident that left me paralyzed from the waist down. Once I completed rehab, my mom applied for a canine companion service dog. Last January, I finally got to meet my service dog, Marcia. We quickly developed a very strong bond. Together, we go to my horseback riding lessons, school band practice, swim meets, and archery classes. Together, we pick vegetables, and we like to cut flowers. I love Marcia. She makes me feel like together we can do anything. I can't imagine life without her. She's a part of the family. We are just one of the thousands of teams Canine Companions has paired together over the past 50 years. With your help, we can continue for another 50. Visit canine.org to see the many ways you can change lives.
Mark Edmondson back with you live. The captain's meeting at midfield. Already had the national anthem. We're not far away. Captain Stone Carr Jones, Josue Lopez, Easton Hamilton, Manny Prado, and also Carson Brister back in pads tonight along with Stone Carr. That's good to see as well, and Jeremiah Torres. I will tell you right now, this Bynum team shorthanded 2 players that saw in the videos coming into this game not suited up tonight. It looked like they only have, I think, 7 or 8 suited up to play tonight. So an advantage that the Hornets will need to take advantage of here. I'll try to get you the captains for Bynum. Chris Howell is one of them. Also Carter Baxter, he's a captain but not suited up for them. 13 also a captain, Braden Sauerbeck. And so this 1-5 team, Bynum, are going to be a little more shorthanded here tonight. Again, they're meeting at midfield, the captains. We'll work in all the stuff, homecoming 2025. I've got the homecoming court listed right here in front of me. I get a break in here. We'll read that out again. The king and queen will be announced at halftime. And the ceremony there. So now we have had the coin toss here. We're not too far away from kickoff. Bynum has won the toss, and they will receive. So, again, want to throw it out there to you. Congratulations to cross country, as they'll be going to the regional cross country meet. I think I heard today the first time that all members of both teams, the boys team going, and then the two girls going as individuals to the regional meet in Corpus next week. Congratulations to the Lomita cross country team. So we're not too far away from tonight's kickoff. Bye week next week, so won't be on the air. We'll be bringing you district opener against Jonesboro in 2 weeks. That is, if I'm not mistaken, looking at that, the early start, that's a 7 p.m. start here from Hornet Stadium in 2 weeks, but we'll be on the air about 6:45. I'm looking again, and I do see Bynum has 6 on the field, and it looks like only one other player who's suited up with pads, 2 others just in their jerseys. So Bynum is going to be shorthanded here, and they have struggled on the season. So right now, again, as a team, the Hornets just need to understand they've got that advantage and take advantage of that. So we're about ready to get underway again on the World Wide Web. You can hear us anywhere on the LTX Sports YouTube channel. Share with others. We've been getting more people join us, have some subscribers, so and come back to the game. So do share with others that might want to hear it. Big crowd here for homecoming 2025 here at Hornet Stadium. And Josue Lopez tees it up at the 30, and we're about to get underway. Quick drink of water and prepared to go. And there's the kickoff, and so line drive popped up in there, kind of on side kick, still bouncing around, and finally taken by number 13, Braden Sauerbeck. And then he goes out of bounds. Start is going to be just around the 20-yard line. They might mark it see where they mark it. Some discussion already. Maybe was a penalty, offsides. Looks like against the Hornets on the kick, so it'll move up to the 26-yard line. So Bynum will start. The Bulldogs will start at their own 26-yard line. I don't know if this helps me or not. You know, I broadcast Burnett football for 19 years and the Bulldogs. So at least if I make a mistake, I can blame it on being on Bynum tonight. So it's still a little hard to change that every once in a while when you get excited. And I do, as you might have heard, get excited on some calls. They'll be under center here in I formation. 1st and 15 from the 26, and a big running back with the carry. Let's see, it looked like we have a flag too. It was number 1, Chris Howell with the carry. This is the biggest team, as you heard Coach Wadley talk about, that the Hornets are going to face, but there's going to be a legal procedure. That was going to be a gain of 5 or 6. The speed advantage, the quickness advantage goes to the Hornets. But, you know, you get these bigger backs out in space, we're going to have to make sure we wrap them up and tackle them. On the line right now, Jaden Garcia at nose, TJ Moore, and Pablo Carbajal on the ends. We are close to the line. 1st and 20 now. They pitch it back, a little space inside, and probably brought down by Manny Prado is the running back. I think they'll check if that's 7. It is number 7. He is their leading ball carrier, Anthony Arango. And he gets about 5 yards to the 20, about to the 26 of that original line of scrimmage for Bynum. So it'll be 2nd down and about 15, just underway, 9:20 here in the first quarter. Less than a minute off the first quarter clock. No score. Homecoming 2025, Lomita High School. Bynum taking their time. I could see they're going to want to slow the game down. Again, only having 7 suited up here tonight. Number 94, Ashton Hawkins, brings them to the line. I formation, a close set. A ball on the ground and then picked up going the other way. Is it going to be a touchdown? I believe it's going to be a touchdown. Hornets, no flags. Who comes up with it? That is Jeremiah Torres, picks it up, the fumble, and takes it in from 25 yards out for the Hornet touchdown. So a turnover. Ball laid there for a minute. Torres, though, was able to pick it up, and nobody was going to touch him as he scampered 25 yards for the score. Extra point attempt as I pull off my own headset. Snap is good, kick is low, and it is good. We're going to keep it here, so I'm going to have to fix my headset. As I stood up, I ripped it off my head. But that makes the score 8-0, so the Hornets jump out quickly. Do appreciate you joining us wherever it may be. A quick score at the 8:48 mark. It's a defensive touchdown for Lomita. Torres, a 25-yard fumble return. Extra point, 2-point kick was good by Josue Lopez, and it's 8-0. Hornets jump out quickly. See if I can get the homecoming court in here before we get this kickoff. The homecoming court, Roy Carr and Rain Hill, Stone Carr Jones and Phoenix Jones, Jeremiah Torres and Abigail Tower, Josue Lopez and Mackenzie Andrade, Manny Prado and Tegan Schmidt, and Easton Hamilton and Liliana Reyes. Again, then at halftime we'll have the announcement of the king and queen here for homecoming 2025. So a great start for the Hornets. They lead 8-0, 8:48 to go in the first quarter. Jeremiah Torres with the fumble return for the touchdown. Josue Lopez to kick off again for the Hornets. This is a longer kick from about the 15-yard line, returned by the Bulldogs out to near the 35 by Anthony Arango. And he takes it back to about the 34-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 15 from the 34 for the Bulldogs, trailing 8-0 to the Hornets here. They start at their own 34, second possession. Again, bye week next week. So a week off before the three so important district games. Under center. He rolls back, throws out in the flat. It's short. The quarterback under center was Braden Sauerbeck. He rolled out, tried to get it to Howell, but short on the pass. Bring up 2nd down and 15 from the 34. 8-0 Hornets. Clock stopped with the incompletion. 8:36 to go here in the first quarter. It's good to see a couple of those players that had been hurt back in uniform. Stone Carr Jones and Carson Brister. We'll see how much time they play. Jones is lining up really close to the line of scrimmage there, but then a handoff to Arango. He gets some room there. We were showing some blitz for the Hornets, but they kind of ran past it, so they had the right call on there. It's like gain of about 11 or 12. I think that was Javier Caso with the tackle. But it gained past midfield to the Hornet 34-yard line, so the Bynum crossed them up. This Bynum team 1-5. They played Blum, who the Hornets beat. Lost that one 70-50. Did lose to them, but scored a lot of points against Blum. So, but again, they seemed to at least 2 players in jerseys on the sideline not able to play. 3rd and about 3. They hand it off underneath. A good job by Stone Carr Jones of going low on the. Again, most of their backs are big too. They've got a big team. Chris Howell with the carry, and he maybe gains a yard to bring up a 4th down. 4th down and a long 2, short 3 from the 33-yard line. A gain of 1 on there. Stone Carr Jones got in there quickly and got low. We're going to have to on these big players. I mean, of the 6 on the field, I'd say only 1, under 200 pounds. So it is a big team, this Bynum team. Again, close to the line. Got a T formation under center. They pitch it to Arango. He's tackled quickly. I don't think he got the first down. Let's see where they mark it. Good tackle there by Torres. He came in quickly. Should be a turnover on downs, and it's Hornets football. So on 4th and about 2, Torres came in, got low, took down Hal, and it's turnover on downs, and the offense for the Hornets will go onto the field for the first time. Again, homecoming 2025. So first offensive set for Lomita at their own 32-yard lines. High snap back to Manny Prado, who throws it deep for Carr Jones. Comes back to it, makes the catch, gets away from a defender. Touchdown Hornets. Manny Prado to Stone Carr Jones on homecoming 2025. They pull out a bit of a trick play, and they go for 48-yard touchdown from Prado to Carr Jones. That's right, Manny Prado to Carr Jones. I thought I'd heard some rumbles. There might be some little trickery here tonight, and we saw it. Kick on the way is blocked, and the kick no good. And that'll take the score to 14-0, 14-0 Hornets. So let's see if I can rewrap that up at the 6:44 mark of the first quarter. That was a 48-yard pass from Manny Prado, the center, who's caught touchdown passes. Now he's thrown a touchdown pass to Carr Jones. Jones had to come back. The ball hung up in the air. He had to make a good catch. Then he had a defender on him trying to take him down, but he pulled away and got into the end zone to complete the touchdown. Extra point was no good, and it's 14-0 Lomita. It's 6:44 to go here in the first quarter. So Manny was in the backfield as the quarterback on the first play. That was designed, I'm sure, set up all the way to, that was going to be the first play from scrimmage. And if they were deep, and they were, and connected for the 48-yard touchdown. Michael Griffin, thank you for being such a loyal listener, checking in with this line drive kick. This time going to be returned from about the 10-yard line by Rango. Looking to get to the outside, cuts inside, is being tugged on and pulled down at about the 32 or 33-yard line by the Hornets. So a defensive touchdown now, an offensive touchdown on one play. Gets the defense back out. I'll start at the 33-yard line. Will Bynum. 1st and 15 for the Bulldogs. They trail 14-0, 6:36 to go. First quarter homecoming 2025. I say that a lot because it's a special time for all the alumni getting to come back, and for the students and staff at the time too. They hand it off on a delay to Arango. He finds the little room up near the 40, gets to the 39, so a gain of 6 by Anthony Arango. Lopez in on there, and Pablo Carbajal also there. Carson Brister checks in on the defense. So, again, good to see him. Missed several weeks with the injury, but he's going to be on the end here and coming in as that edge rusher, along with Jaden Garcia and Pablo Carbajal on the line. Then the linebacker, Manny Prado. And you got Easton Hamilton. And also, I believe that's Javier Caso in the secondary. Second down and about 8. They pitch it. And it's Hal. He finds a little room, bounces outside, and he's still on his feet past the 30 down to the 20. And, again, just hard to bring down and not get much space. He didn't need much space, and then just kind of rumbled along and lost a shoe, I think, along the way, did Hal. But he does get a first down for the Bulldogs. The Hornets are going to have to wrap up and hang on. Again, they do have a size disadvantage. It gets down to, looks like the 15, so where are they marking that? 16-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 15, so they can get a first down. 5:14 clock runs, first quarter, 14-0. Hornets with the lead. Bynum picks up, I think that's their first down. They have it at the Lomita 16-yard line. Sauerbeck under center hands it off to Arango, who's hit pretty quickly there. And Torres coming in there to help make the stop. Gain of a couple, maybe 3. And that'll get it to about the 13-yard line. Or it'll be second down and long. Second down and about 12 for Bynum. So second down and long. Second and long. Under center, Sauerbeck has an I formation. He hands it off to Howell, and he keeps it, and he's rumbling along, and we have 2 or 3 trying to bring him down, and they still haven't brought him down. And then big number 94 is pushing him along, and they say it's a touchdown. He must have traveled with the 5 or 6 people about 8 yards, but the Hornets couldn't get him to the ground. That is and 94, he's probably above 250. He helped kind of that NFL, I think they have some name for it, and he just kind of kept pushing and into the end zone. So it ends up being a 13-yard touchdown run that about 9 of it just was like a group of everybody together just kind of moving forward at a slow pace until they got in the end zone. But it does score the first touchdown for the Bulldogs. They are going to go for 1 here. Sauerbeck under center. He's going to hand it off to number 7, Arango, who goes in for the 1-point conversion. So got a lot of good things happening for the Hornets, but again, you can't take anything for granted, and Bynum answers with a good drive of their own. And it is 4:08 to go. At the 4:08 mark, it was Howell, number 1, who got the touchdown for Bynum. And it ended up being a 13-yard touchdown. Got the 1-point conversion, and they trail 14-7 at the 4:08 mark. Try to get to the cross-country results here in a minute. Again, they are going to the regional, everybody, the boys team, and then the 2 girls, not enough for a team, but they are going as individuals qualified for the regional cross-country meet in Corpus next week. Congratulations to them and Coach Austin. Volleyball plays Tuesday. They've already played a couple of district games. They play on Tuesday in Oglesby. I believe that's a 5 o'clock scheduled start. JV supposed to have a game first. I'll have to get you that cross-country here in a minute. So Bynum will kick off here. Got to take care of the football. A great start for the Hornets, but a long way to go here. And again, this Bynum team did end up against a common opponent. Their Blum put up 50 points. It is 14-7 Lomita, 4:08 to go, first quarter. Chris Howell will kick off. Pablo Carvajal's back deep, but it is a short kick. Going to bounce up, be picked up by I believe that's Torres. Jeremiah does come up and get it about the 33-yard line. Maybe lunge forward to the 34. We'll see where they put it down. About the 34. So Lomita only one offensive play as they threw that touchdown pass. We'll see who's in at quarterback this time. Right now, looks like Manny's back at his center position. Torres will bring in the play. Yuli Casaprada in the backfield also. Jose Carbajal. Jones on the line. They're going to pitch it to Carbajal. He's looking for some blockers, has room up front, and gets past the 40. Jose Carbajal with the run, the gain to the 39-yard line on the Bynum side of the field. So a gain of 6, bring up second down and about 7 or 8 to go. Ball just on the 39, just on the Bynum side of the 40-yard line. Clock runs 3:35 to go first quarter, 14-7 Lomita. Shy, thank you for joining in. Go Hornets. Snap back. They're going to pitch it to Yulee. Yulee trying to find some room. He's having to spread it out and nowhere to go. Bynum did a nice job. Might end up losing the yards, but it looks like we had a penalty, so Bynum was offsides. So this will be 5 yards marked off. So it was going to be a loss of 1, but the defensive offsides will move them 5 yards up. And that'll take it to about the 34-yard line. Down will remain second down, and now second down in about 3. So they were able to string that out as Yulee was trying to get to the sideline. I think with this team you don't want them. Probably not a lot of speed side to side, but they've got size. They can fill a lot of holes. You find that hole, make that quick cut, and I think you're better chance to get past them. Snap back. They get it to Yulee, to Carbajal. Jose, he's on the run and pulled down hard. He's going to get the first down, looking for more space. But Howell does get a hold of the jersey, and a lot of the jersey ripped a good portion of it on the side. But it gets down to the 29-yard line, gain of 5, and a first down for the Hornets. Almost one of those old, used to have those tearaway jerseys. That's what it almost looked like there. Is big hunk of that was ripped down the side on the tackle. It is first down for the Hornets. Now it's that deep back formation, pitch back to Carbajal, to Torres. That quarterback looks to throw, gets it back off to Jose, who has room. Middle of the field, cuts to the left, and he's taken down inside the 20, inside the 15. Jose Carbajal was kind of, I think he was the second option, and Torres got it to him. Then we've got looks like number 19 might have made the tackle there. Dominic Fuentes got a stoppage of play, I believe one of the Bulldogs. But let's see, they picked up 14 yards down to about the 16-yard line. Well, hard for me to see that line, maybe the 15. So it is second down and short off that pass. Again, the dump-off pass, but nice job by Torres and Jose to make it happen. Again, I formation, snap back. Torres, he's looking to throw to Carr Jones in the end zone. Stone Carr Jones makes the catch. Touchdown, Hornets. I think the flag's going to be for defensive interference, but Stone Carr Jones on a nicely dropped pass from Jeremiah Torres, and Jones does it again by hanging on as he's hit. Will be declined defensive interference. And it's a 15-yard touchdown from Torres to Stone Carr Jones for the Hornets. They lead 20-7 with the extra point to come. Sorry if you hear me moving this one. I have to kind of look out this end of the field to see what's going on. I lose sight. So the kick is blocked again, so it's no good. I'm going to not take a break. Oh, thank you, Shy. Appreciate you listening in. Michael, getting to cheer on Stone Carr. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it here. Well, we got a minute 57. And it's Lomita with the 15-yard catch. Another nice job of Carr Jones uses his body really well to protect the ball. Torres dropped it in there, and even getting hit early, Stone Carr Jones was able to hold on to it as he went to the ground and got the touchdown pass. So 15-yard touchdown, Torres to Jones. And the 6 points, the extra point was blocked. We've still struggled with being consistent with that, and that's something looking forward is going to, with 3 district games to go, and the playoffs is what this team is going to be looking for. So those things do matter, so keep working to improve on that. But it is 20-7, Hornets with the lead now with the minute 57 to go here in the first quarter. So good start. Now we're going to have to see what the adjustment the Hornets try to make defensively, because In that last drive, Bynum found something that was working a little bit and just using that size just to move it forward. So Luis Prado to kick off, and he kicks it deep, but it goes out of bounds, so it'll be some yards marked off against the Hornets. Again, appreciate you listening wherever it may be on the LTX Sports YouTube channel. Bringing you all the games of Hornet football. I'm going to take a little sup of water here while they get everything corrected from the penalty. So that will move it to the 30. 20-7, the Hornets with the lead. Bynum with the football. Bynum starts at their own 30-yard line. Shy also a shout out to Stone. He is showing that talent here. Good to have him back on the field after missing a couple. Ball on the ground, and it's still up in the air. Torres gets it again. Give TJ Moore credit for getting in there too and keeping the quarterback from getting on it. Torres, Jeremiah almost had another fumble recovery for a touchdown. He was taken down, but he does get the fumble recovery, and it's down at the 25-yard line. So another turnover. Carball was 28. Oh, to get thank you. I appreciate that help here in the booth as always because of that torn jersey. Jose now is 28. That would have confused me because that was the one Roy Carr used sometimes. But it's 1st and 15 for the Hornets. They look to throw. Torres is in a little trouble. He rolls, buys time, throws it out short to Prado. Manny Prado makes another tough catch, and he is taken down inside the 20, but that was one of those nice plays by Torres to keep things alive, and Manny coming back to help him. You have a chance of a loss. Instead, you get it down to the 18-yard line where it will be 2nd down and about 6 or 7, so much better down instead of losing 7 or 8 yards. But Torres had to buy some time with his legs and then found Manny. So it's 2nd down and about 6 from the 18-yard line of Bynum. They're going to hand it off to Manny. Prado running the ball this time near the 1st down marker. Manny was in the backfield that time. They are moving him around, changing some stuff up, and he gets the 1st down. Looks like it maybe the 11-yard line. That was a gain of about 7. I'm going to stand up here a minute, look out the door so I can kind of see this in, so pardon me while I move around. (20-7), Hornets lead. The snapback, Prado's trying to throw it, throws it back across the field, and Roy Carr could not hang on to it. Prado is about to go down, but again, just great strength by Manny not to go down. He saw Carr coming open late, but couldn't get it to the catch to be made. Let's see, there's 28 seconds. Incomplete pass makes it 2nd down and goal. Ball just outside the 10. Give it the 11 to be generous. So 2nd and goal from the 11 after the incompletion for the Hornets. They're at the Blum 11. Hornets lead 27. Homecoming 20-25. Snapback. They get it to Roy Carr on the run, and again, a little change in the backs there. And Carr goes down, might have got back to the line of scrimmage. Bring up 3rd down. Looks like we probably will go to the 2nd quarter here, so it'll give me a chance to take a break. So we're seeing some different formations here. And we are going to the 2nd quarter with our score. The Lomita Hornets 20, the Bynum Bulldogs 7 on LTX Sports YouTube channel, Homecoming 2025.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other, leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
Mark Edmondson back with you live here at Hornet Field, Lomita, Texas. Game number 7 on the season, and the second season starts in 2 weeks. The ones that really do count to get you to the playoffs. So Jonesboro will be first on tap. It's a 7 o'clock start in 2 weeks here from Hornet Field, and it's going to be a big game to get things started to see if they can help find their way to a playoff spot. We are 3rd and goal from the 11. Back to Torres. Snap. They get it to Easton Hamilton. He is taken down in the backfield, but he hands it off to Brister, who then loses more yards, but it's going to end up being a penalty against Bynum, a horse collar tackle. That play really was going nowhere but bad for the Hornets. Hamilton was losing yards. He handed back to Carson Brister, who was about to be tackled for about another 4-yard loss, but he was taken down with a horse collar tackle, so it's going to be a personal foul. And then it'll end up being half the distance and should be an automatic first down. So instead of 4th down and back at the 20, it was face mask. So in there wasn't a horse collar. So I got the face mask, a personal foul. Either way, the personal foul resets the Hornets. So a break for Lomita. Instead of again being 4th and extremely long, they'll have a 1st and goal, and the ball ended up being marked at the 5-yard line, 6-yard line. At the 5, well, thank you for the help. At the Bynum 5, on the pitch, ball on the ground, and Brister has to fall on it, and trying to get it to him on the pitch, couldn't get a handle on it. That moves it back to about the 15. They mark it the 14-yard line. So it's second and goal, but now back at the 14 of Bynum's for the Hornets. They lead 20-7. Less than a minute gone here in the second quarter. Torres brings the play in. Again, thank you for joining us anywhere on the World Wide Web. All the games are archived. We're spreading it out here. The snap back to Hamilton, to Torres. Has to try to get through 2 defenders, and he can't. Ball comes out. They're saying he's down. So Torres, I think on that one you got to get that one thrown out of there. He tried to split 2 defender. He does a good job with that of getting out of problems, but he went through those 2 bigger defenders and was taken down, and we're going backwards again. So now the ball back to the 19, a loss of 5 more. So it's 3rd and goal all the way back at the 19-yard line. So everything's been going very smoothly for the Hornets. Then this last part of the drive, everything going the wrong direction. Got the break on the penalty, but now they're looking at 3rd and goal from the Bynum 19. They spread it out wide again. Brister and Torres in the backfield. Snap back to Brister. He gets it to Torres. He rolls. Good block by Brister. Torres got to get rid of it. He does to Prado. Prado breaks 1 tackle, leaps over another, gets near the goal line. He'll be short, but he's going to pick up big yardage to about the 2. See, they mark it 1 or 2 yard line. A little hard to see on that end. Okay, a little further back. Let's see I'm trying to see where the line judge ends up staying. I think I'm going to call it the 2-yard line. Let's go with the 2. 4th and goal from the 2 or 3. It moves every time I look. Got to get inside about 4 yards. The pitch back to Torres. Pass out in the flat. Catch is made by Roy Carr for the touchdown. We'll call it a 4-yard touchdown pass from Jeremiah Torres to Roy Carr for the score. So they had it back on 3rd and long. They get 2 big plays, and Roy Carr able to get the touchdown pass from Torres to make it 26-7. We will attempt the 2-point conversion. It's going to be Yuli Casaprado to attempt. Snap is, no, straight to Yuli. He throws it out in the flat, and they can't hold on. It was going to be, looked like the catch was being made, but then it came out late, so no good on the conversion. I believe that was to Javier Caso, but it does go down as the conversion, no good. Thank you again, Shine, everybody joining us. We appreciate the encouragement. So let's get you caught up. 7:24 now in the second quarter. So that was a back and forth drive, but it ended up in the pass of 4 yards from Torres to Roy Carr. 6 points. 1-point conversion was no good. And the score is 26-7. Hornets with this first half lead. 7:24 to go in the second quarter. Want to read the homecoming court again here for the halftime festivities. Roy Carr and Rain Hill, Stone Carr Jones and Phoenix Jones, Jeremiah Torres and Abigail Tower, Josue Lopez and Mackenzie Andrade, Manny Prado and Tegan Schmidt, and Easton Hamilton and Liliana Reyes. And they had voting this week, and so it'll be surprise at halftime. Hornets here to kick off. Casa Prado kicks it down to about the 8-yard line, being returned by number 7, Arango. Arango taken down before he gets to the 30, about the 28-yard line. So a couple of turnovers have helped the Hornets. One was a defensive touchdown. Jose Carvajal in on that tackle. The defense has T.J. Moore and Pablo Carvajal there on the line, along with Jaden Garcia in the secondary. Got Torres Prado in that kind of middle linebacker spot, what I consider, and also Javier Caso. So 1st and 15 from, they gave him to the 29-yard line. Under center, they hand it off to Arango. He's still on his feet, bouncing, and gets near the first down marker. Maybe he does get it. He does. He gets 15, 16 yards into Hornet territory, just weaving his way to the 35-yard line. So Bynum with the first down. Definitely a size advantage at the line, and the Hornets going to have to find some way there and not let them get that much space. They've done a good job overall, but again, they're going to have to contend with just finding around the room. The offense for the Bulldogs just tight at the line. They've got two backs in an eye position about 3 feet each behind the quarterback. Sauerbeck hands it off to Arango again. He makes a spin move. He'll pick up yardage near the 30, pick up of about 5. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. They are at just outside the 30-yard line of Lomita. Bynum with the football. They trail 26-7. 6:20 clock runs here in the second quarter. They bring the play in. Sauerbeck, the quarterback, does. Again, they're definitely trying to slow it down, as you would expect. They're trying to run some clock. Sauerbeck under center. Hands it off to Arango again, looking for space, and they've got some blocking out in front of him. He gets around the edge. Big number 40 for them. Again, they all, Dylan Acevedo was just shutting out the defense from that left side and gets the yardage, does the ball carrier down inside. We've got a timeout. Whistle here. See where they ended up marking it. Looks like about the working on something with the clock. I think the ball is about the 18 or 17, 18-yard line. A little hard to tell there. Pickup was good for a first down for Bynum, so a couple of first downs in this drive. We're not able to really get that penetration there. They're getting, using those big blockers just to make space. Sauerbeck under center, 1st and 15 from about the 18-yard line. And movement by Bynum. That'll move them back 5. 5:50 to go in the first half. 26-7, Hornets with the lead. Again, homecoming 2025. That moves it back to the 23-yard line of Lomita. Bynum with the football. A quarterback, Sauerbeck. Braden Sauerbeck brings it in. Our next broadcast will be in 2 weeks, 7 o'clock, 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff against Jonesboro. District play starts. Sauerbeck under center, 1st and 20. He's going to roll. Now he pitches it. And did not work well. Good job as Stone Car Jones comes up and takes down. It came back to Sauerbeck, so he pitched it, and then he handed it off, and he got the pitch back, almost like the quarterback becomes the option there. But a nice job by Stone Car Jones to come in and go low and knock him off his feet. They keep it about the 23. I say no gain on that play, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 20 for Bynum. Shifting around just a little bit here. It's 2nd down and 20. I formation. They're going to throw. Sauerbeck tries to throw it short, had nobody deep, and it's incomplete. Good job by the Hornets just staying in their lanes there and didn't have any place for him to throw. Bring up 3rd down and about 20 for the Bulldogs. So 3rd down and 20, the ball about the 23-yard line. 4:55 to go, 2nd quarter, 26-7, Hornets with the lead. I'll adjust it a little bit. Looks like the ball at the 22-yard line. So 3rd down and 20. Sauerbeck, the quarterback, under center. Got the I formation. I got ball. He had to bobble it. Then he handed it off, kind of the underneath handoff to the big back Howell, who carries people with him. Not going to get the first down. Gets to about the 10. Almost that Statue of Liberty play as he faked the handoff behind him and then stuck it around his belly to hand it to Howell. And he rumbled inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line. But it was a 14-yard gain, but still going to be 4th down. They can pick up a first down about the 2-yard line. So it's 4th down, about 7 for Bynum. They're at the 9-yard line of the Hornets. Waiting a long time here. They might take a timeout, letting the play clock run under 10 now. And they will take a timeout. We're going to go ahead and keep it here. 4:16 to go, 2nd quarter. Lomita with the 26-7 lead, but an important play here. You get a stop here, keep them out of the end zone, have time to put some more points on before halftime. Again, the activities at halftime. A lot of neat stuff going on, of course, with homecoming activities. Got to enjoy the Lions Club pancake supper this afternoon, and that was very nice. And one of the activities going on and during homecoming week, the homecoming pep rally today. Neat, again, to have everybody from all the grades there, and had a little indoor parade of some mini floats, which was fun. So a lot of activities to share, and the doors decorated, and just all the neat stuff you get to see this time of year. Big crowd here for homecoming 2025. is a timeout. It'll be a 4th down and about 7. Long 6 for the Bulldogs. Got a lot of little cheerleaders out here out in front of us tonight as well, helping out. For everybody is all hands on deck for homecoming 2025, and King and Queen will be announced at halftime. Try to use that time also to and give you the little more results, but again, congratulations cross country team. And then we have a Hornet timeout. So after they come back out of that, I'm going to go ahead and take a 30-second, 4:16 to go, first half, 26-7. Hornets over the Bulldogs on LTX Sports YouTube channel.
There are a lot of vehicles on the road with jobs to do, and they come in different shapes and sizes. When you see an emergency vehicle, TxDOT vehicle, tow truck, or utility vehicle with flashing lights activated on the roadside, move over or slow down to 20 miles per hour below the posted speed limit. It's the law, with fines up to $2,000. When vehicles have flashing lights activated on the shoulder, move over or slow down. Be safe. Drive smart. A message from TxDOT.
Mark Edmondson back with you live here from Hornet Field, game number 7. Sorry, just trying to check my hot spot there. Everything seems all right. So we go about an hour into the broadcast. So we come back to play here, 4th down for the Bulldogs. They can pick up a first down at the Lomita, about the 2-yard line. Defense, I see on the line, it'll be Brister and Carbajal. Also, Jaden Garcia. Carr Jones in the linebacker spot. Sauerbeck under center. Snap. He's going to pitch it. It's Howell in the backfield. He's taken down, but we might get a penalty there. Is it going to be a horse collar this time? I believe I'll go. I had it on the face mask, but Howell was taken down for a loss, but the flag came out. So, like, Brister was able to get to him, but then as he was pulling away, trying to bring him down, they're checking on Howell right now. So it looks like it will be a first down, an automatic first down for the Bulldogs. Got a stoppage in play here. 26-7, 4:10 to go. Hornets with the lead. Try to use this time. Get that again. Want to also, I do, as always, thanks to Coach Wadley helping you doing so many things to help me prepare for the broadcast, and Howell's been walking off to the sideline on his own power. But always helpful, and the show before is such a great part of the pregame to help people know what's going on, but also like to thank the other coaches, Frank Reyes the third and Colby Hesbrook. They also very helpful and need all the help I can get on the broadcast and learning 6-man, so I do appreciate that. So now, and again, Bynum already shorthanded. They had, as the game started, only 7 suited out in pads. 2 of their starters that I'd seen in film was not in pads tonight. See where they end up marking this. So they're still discussing. Well, now, okay. So they're replaying it. So it was not a first down. So it's a replay, maybe offsetting to throw. They're looking, and he's in trouble and pulled down is the quarterback Sauerbeck by number 20, Jaden Garcia with the tackle, and does a nice job of pulling him down without getting that hand around the car. So offsetting on the play before brought up another 4th down. It was not the first down, and they get the tackle there on the 4th down play. Turnover on downs. Nice job by the defense, and Garcia again doing a nice job of getting Sauerbeck saddled up there and not taking him down by that collar. And it'll be first down and 15 for the Hornets. So a lot of things going on here. Main thing is they did stop the scoring drive. They're driving the ball about the 15-yard line. 1st and 15 for the Hornets at their own 15. They hand it off, and it's hitting the backfield quickly. Carbajal with that, or was that Torres carrying it? See, comes out of the pile there. It was Carbajal, and that new number, Jose Carbajal with the carry. And not much. Oh, that was Pablo Carbajal, so 22 with the carry, not 28. So Pablo got back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. So 2nd and 15. Clock runs, 3:27 to go, second quarter. 26-7 Hornets. So they did get that stop. And now have 2nd down and 15 from their own 15. Carr Jones on the end. Torres under center. He pitches it, looking for some room. And that is where the size nowhere to go as they pitch it to T.J. Moore. But the Bynum defense able to fill up again those lines of running. If you try to get to kind of that outside, is they just they're not been able to be blocked very far. I mean, we're not being effective on the blocks, but fortunately we've been able to do other things to get away from them. But they now have 4 down linemen, so they are. Look, as we spread it out, they're going to look to bring pressure. Ball is on the ground, though. It is pitched to Pablo Carbajal. He throws it back across field to T.J. Moore. And we are right now not looking real efficient in some of these. I think some of these are some new sets for the Hornets, and that's showing a little bit, trying to work in some different things with district coming up. But that pitch was on the ground, able to get it to, I think that was actually Jose. And then instead of getting tackled, they get it to Jose or Pablo, which is 22 or 28, Twins. It's a little hard to tell there, but he threw it back to Moore, which was high, so it was incomplete. So that was just a play that didn't work on any level. It only good news, it went incomplete. It is 4th down and long, though. I guess they had lost about a yard on that last play. So ball at the 14, 4th and 16. Snap back to Torres. Torres throws it back to Yuli Casa Prado. He's able to break one tackle, but gets knocked down short of the 1st down. So Bynum, it's a little messy play here in the last series or two, but they get the ball up to the 20, about the 23-yard line, but it'll be 1st and 10 for Bynum. So good field position as they get the stop. Bynum's at the Lomita 23-yard line, 2:25 to go in the first half, 26-7. Again, appreciate you joining us. I'm not going to quit saying again. Just appreciate you joining us. 1st and 15 from the 23. It is Sauerbeck under center, I formation. He's going to hand it off to Arango. It ball's on the ground again. Sauerbeck tries to dive on it, and I believe does, but a loss of 5 or 6 yards. So the Hornets did bring some pressure in there, and the ball, as it was trying to be handed off to Arango, gets knocked around. Sauerbeck gets back on it at the 32-yard line, loss of almost 9. So it's 2nd down, and that is the 2-minute warning. I'll stay here. I know I wanted to say at least one more time again, and this time I'm going to say their grade they're in, but so at halftime, the activity's coming up. Homecoming King and Queen. Roy Carr, senior, and Rain Hill, sophomore. Stone Carr Jones, senior, and Phoenix Jones, sophomore. Jeremiah Torres, senior. Abigail Tower, junior. Josue Lopez, senior. Mackenzie Andrade, senior. Manny Prado, senior. And Tegan Schmidt, senior. Easton Hamilton, junior. And Liliana Reyes, sophomore. So that is this year's 2025 homecoming court. And we will get you the king and queen when they're announced here at halftime. We'll share that with you. Look through one more time. I know I have it somewhere at some point. My Coach Austin sent it to me, the results from the cross country. Main thing is all athletes are getting to go to the regional meet in Corpus. I believe they leave next Sunday and they run on Monday, if I understood correctly. So big congratulations. Volleyball, district play continues Tuesday in Oglesby. 5 o'clock is on the schedule as a JV and varsity game. Now there's my sheet with the cross country right there on top. Try to work that in as well. So second and long, about 25, ball back at the 32-yard line. Under center, Sauerbeck. Now he tries to dump it off. He does. He gets it to Xavier Fuentes, and he is taken down quickly. Stone Carr Jones with the big tackle of the big, became running back there. Not sure that's always his position, but it was there catching that pass, and he got taken down hard and lost another yard or so back to almost the 35-yard line on the good tackle by Stone Carr Jones. Easton Hamilton, Carson Brister on the line with Stone. Also on defense, Javier Caso, Jose Carbajal, and Jeremiah Torres. Third and long, minute 12. Clock runs here in the second quarter, 26-7, Hornets. Under center, set ball on the ground again, and they fall on it, and let's see who recovered it. 19 tried to get it. It's just kind of laying there between his legs. They do say it's Bulldogs football, but lost yardage back to the 33-yard line. And we have a timeout, I believe, timeout Lomita. So it is going to be fourth down and extremely long for Bynum. Clock stops at 1:02 with that timeout. They're at the Lomita 33-yard line, but Lomita'd like to get this ball back, get a stop here. It is good to have a couple players been missing the last couple weeks. Already heard their names being called, and part of it Stone Carr, of course, and Carson Brister also able to suit up again. These are important pieces. The Hornets looking to make some noise in District 14 1A. And that is 3 games to go after the break. It'll be Jonesboro at home, May on the road, and then Santa Ana to close out here at home. So you get 2 wins. Let's take 3. I'm fine with that too. But 2 wins, and it's 2 playoff spots in 6-man. I'm a bit used to the 11-man. There's 4 playoff spots, but only 2 in 6-man. So you've got to have 2 of those 3 games to move on into the playoffs. Definitely a goal for this Lomita team. Have the talent to do it. Fourth and long here. Spread out for Sauerbeck actually in shotgun. Snap back. He pitches it back to Arango. Throws it back in the middle of the field. Catch is made, but a good tackle by Carson Brister as he got it back to Sauerbeck, but he had a long way to go, and Carson Brister brings him down after a gain of 5 or 6 from the pass from Arango. It'll be a turnover and down, so good field position for the Hornets with 53 seconds to go in the first half. See if they can put another score on the board. They'll start at their own about 28-yard line. Lomita leads 26-7 on homecoming 2025. They will get the second half kickoff, will the Hornets. Spreading it out here. We got Hamilton in a slot. Torres in a little confusion. So timeout. The Hornets, I believe, as they don't think they were set where they wanted. Going to spread it out there. Okay, we'll go ahead and keep it here. 53 seconds to go in the first half. And I do think some of it's been trying to change up some stuff and again, getting some players back, but looking at some different formations and things. So there's been some unevenness to it, but a very good first half by this Hornet team, leading 26-7. But it would be nice to put one more score in. And I give all the credit. Bynum, you're undermanned. Again, suiting up only 7. I'm not trying to make excuses. They don't want excuses. But I always, when it's tough to go out, I look at last week against the Hornets against a very good team, and at halftime against Richland Springs, it was close, but you could see just kind of the athleticism and physicality wore them down. Richland Springs, again, a top 5 team, and this Bynum team, and I'm not sure right now if they even have if they have a 7th man that can come in and relieve somebody, but they're out there, giving that effort. So give them all the credit. And the Hornets, again, you can't look at another team and feel sorry for them. It's just not the way it works in athletics. So you got to go out and do what you can. We spread it out again. Snap back. Torres has it now. He's got to get rid of it. Throws it short underneath and comes back, makes a great catch. Great catch by Easton Hamilton. Could have been picked off as Arango had the better shot at it, but you love a player, and quarterbacks do, when you come back at it. That pass, he was under some pressure, underthrown. Easton Hamilton makes the catch all the way to the 35-yard line of Bynum. Spread it out again, 1st and 15 to Torres. The ball is batted up. This time Hamilton, it was kind of a little bit high. If it goes in the hands of big number 94, I'm not sure even if the fans got in, we could have stopped him from scoring. He is a big young man, and so he almost had a shot at interception, but it did fall incomplete. And so off the hands of Hamilton and then to Hawkins, and he couldn't corral it. 2nd down and 15 from the 30-yard line. Throw, middle of the field. Torres underthrows that one. Makes it 3rd down. Sorry, I lost track of where we were. So the ball is at the 26-yard line of Bynum. Torres, I'm not sure that one might have slipped out of his hand a little bit, but it went into the field. So 3rd and long. It is at the 26-yard line of Bynum. 30 seconds to go. 26. This is, again, a little bit of the unevenness of this first half for the Hornets. Had some big plays and then just some kind of mistakes that you don't want to happen, not expect. Under center this time, T formation. They're going to throw. Torres out in the flat to Prado, who makes a catch. Sure-handed. Gets inside the, they say clock still runs. He stayed in bounds near the 15-yard line. 17 seconds. It's 4th down. Well, they do have a timeout. The Hornets use it. So it'll be a 4th down. They stop the clock on the timeout. Coach Wadley does with 15 seconds. And they get the ball to about near the 15-yard line. They've got to get it to the 11. So that was a gain of 10 on the Torres to Manny Prado catch. So you don't have, I believe, any more timeouts left. So your dilemma is you got to get the 1st down at least to keep it alive. But if you do, the clock will stop till they reset the chains. Then you got to hurry, and you got 15 seconds. So do you just go ahead and go for that touchdown pass here? You're in well within that kind of range. You get them out in space. So it's 4th down and about 4. Near the 15-yard line, inside the 15. Hornets use the timeout. 26-7, Hornets lead. 15 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter here from Hornet Stadium. We're going to spread it out again. Stone Carr wide right, Hamilton in the slot, Roy Carr to the left. Snap back to Carbajal, now to Torres. Torres throws to the end zone, and it's too high for Hamilton. It'll go incomplete and be a turnover on downs. So Hamilton was trying to stay in the back of the end zone, but the pass long. So it'll be 1st and 15 with 10 seconds to go here in the first half. 26-7, the Hornets with the lead. So could not convert and put some more points on the board. Offense comes out on the field for the Bulldogs. Yeah, I guess that's the 14-yard line. They're just going to take a knee and let the clock run out as Bynum will let it run down, and we'll take it to halftime. I'm going to go ahead and take a pretty quick break here, and we'll try to keep you up with the halftime festivities. At halftime, the Lomita Hornets 26, the Bynum Bulldogs 7 on LTX Sports YouTube channel. Homecoming 2025.
Wounded Warrior Project helps post 9/11 veterans and their families realize what's possible. With support and resources that bring warriors together and empower them to become stronger, both inside and out.
It's possible to begin healing.
To get the help you need.
To find peace. And as each warrior's needs evolve, so do we. Because these last 20 years are just the beginning. Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/possible.
The key to unlock the next breakthrough in life-saving cancer research could be sitting in your driveway. Stand Up to Cancer's vehicle donation program makes it easy to turn your unwanted vehicle into funding to support innovative cancer research. These innovations lead to better cancer prevention, diagnosis, and treatment, which means we can help save lives right now. Cancer affects all of us. Today alone, 5,370 people in the United States will be diagnosed with cancer. It will take all of us standing up together to put an end to it. So when you're looking to get rid of your old car, truck, motorcycle, RV, or boat, why not donate it to Stand Up to Cancer? Donating is easy and tax deductible. We'll even tow your vehicle for free. You can be a driving force in cancer research. Donate your car today. Visit standuptocancer.org/cars to learn more.
Did you just look down at your phone? You did it again, didn't you? You know, you're flying down the road in a 3-ton hunk of steel, and a text takes your eyes off the road for an average of 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that's long enough to travel the length of a football field and cause some serious damage. Turn it off. Trust me, whatever it is, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextsstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
What does life after service look like? Kicking back? Taking it easy? We believe it looks a little different. Fighting for all veterans. Making sure they get the benefits and care they've earned. Rebuilding communities after disaster strikes. And adapting to support today's veterans. Meeting them where they are. The VFW. Still leading. Still advancing, still serving. Get involved at stillserving.org.
Mark Edmondson back with you live here at halftime. The festivities not quite underway. Getting ready at the balloon. What's the right term for that? It's an arch with balloons on it. So if there's some official name, I don't know, but got the area for photos at work. So the homecoming court and the king and queen will be announced here in a little bit. Before it is 26-7 halftime, the Hornets will get the second half kickoff. So I'm going to go ahead. I've got the cross country results. I wanted to mention a few things about that. Of course, the big news that all of the student athletes are going to the regional meet in Corpus next week. But let's see, the Roy Carr, Josue Lopez, Manny Prado, Yuli Caso Prado, David Carr, Jeremiah Cruz, and Christopher Falstich, the boys team. They're going as a team. Their highest finisher at the district meet, was Yuli Casa Prado. Again, when you read these names, 4 or 5 that are also on the football team. So having to get up early in the morning, do their running, and then still, of course, practice after school. So says so much about their dedication as well. And then the ladies, the 2 ladies, Phoenix Jones and Rain Hill, and both sophomores. Phoenix finished as the 7th place and Rain the 10th. So they'll go as individual qualifiers to the regional meet in Corpus. So again, congratulations to the cross country team and Coach Martin. Got everything. I see everybody's kind of lined up out there, so we're getting ready for them to start coming in here with the announcing of the homecoming court and then the king and queen. I think I'm going to keep it here a minute and let's see. Maybe able to announce it live. Got a couple other things. Sit down a moment. Kind of here in the booth, got a lot of things going on, so I am talking a little quieter. Sorry for that, but again, not try to interrupt what's going on, but also share with you what's happening in the atmosphere. Again, a great crowd here, homecoming. My first time to get to be here at homecoming for Lomita. Exciting for me as a new teacher and with the broadcast starting this year. And so very exciting to see and excited to be a part of it. And again, all the games, our games are archived on the LTX Sports YouTube channel. Wanted to mention, so the Lomita Fall Festival is coming up this Thursday. I think I have that date right. It's October 16th, so if that's a Thursday, we're good. There is, I forget the exact time, but it's in the evening, but this part of it is, so there's a pumpkin decorating contest, part of that fall festival. Decorate, no carvings, your own pumpkins using art supplies, must be family friendly, only one entry per person. Pumpkins brought to the school before noon on October the 16th will be voted on at the fall festival. Entry forms will be available in the front office, so anyone may enter, all grade level students, teachers, and community members. So that's part of the fall festival that will be that afternoon of the October 16th, so this week. So the homecoming court being announced again, and this is an important time. I've seen one of the biggest mums ever coach, Mrs. Moore's art class. I saw it at the pep rally somewhere here, but it is huge, like 12 feet tall. I've seen some other big ones out on the internet talking about mums in Texas, but Lomita has got one of those that go right along with them. And also saw some young ladies carrying some very pretty and large mom assortments today as well, so kind of a neat thing. Of course, tradition in so many Texas schools. So the court is being announced. Ladies all in the evening gowns, and it's just a chance to sparkle. It really is here, sparkling in the lights. And so again, neat for parents, grandparents, and everybody involved. So the court coming onto the field, we've got Roy Carr and Rain Hill, and so one of the young ladies escorted by the gentleman. Oh, we're ready. So. All right, so last year's homecoming king is going to select this year's. I'll give you the names again of everybody, but we're about in the moment of the everybody in waiting for. Manny Prado, center and homecoming king. So you can see as a center, either one could be as important. Awesome for Manny he is the 2025 homecoming king, Manny Prado, the senior. And now the homecoming queen. Is Tegan's. So Tegan Schmidt as the homecoming queen. So Manny Prado, Tegan Schmidt here announced as the king and queen 2025, getting the sash put on and about to get inundated with a lot of pictures as they will move back together. Here they move forward. Going to have a few more pictures than that if I know my homecoming king and queen courts. Again, the court, Roy Carr and Rain Hill, Stone Carr Jones and Phoenix Jones, Jeremiah Torres, Abigail Tower, Josue Lopez, Mackenzie Andrade, Easton Hamilton, and Liliana Reyes, and the king and queen, Manny Prado and Tegan Schmidt. So congratulations to the 2025 king and queen, homecoming Lomita High School. We'll go ahead and take this break at halftime. Lomita leads Bynum 26-7 on LTX Sports YouTube channel.
We all have the ability to touch the lives of those around us. Moms, dads, neighbors, teachers, friends. These are the people who are always there to listen when we need to talk. Though their actions may not always be monumental, they are always felt. To someone going through a difficult time, a text, a call, or a visit can mean so much. Reach out to the veterans in your life today. Let them know they're not alone. One simple act can make all the difference. That's the power of one. If you're a veteran in crisis or know one who is, visit veteranscrisisline.net for free 24/7 confidential support, or call 1-800-273-8255 and press 1.
Smokey the Bear.
Then you know why Smokey tells you when he sees you passing through. Remember, please be careful, it's the least that you can do.
Don't play with matches, don't play with fire.
After 80 years of learning his wildfire prevention tips, Smokey Bear lives within us all. Learn more at smokeybear.com, and remember,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
My name is Emma. I am 13 years old. 6 years ago, I was injured in a car accident that left me paralyzed from the waist down. Once I completed rehab, my mom applied for a canine companion service dog. Last January, I finally got to meet my service dog, Marcia. We quickly developed a very strong bond. Together, we go to my horseback riding lessons, school band practice, swim meets, and archery classes. Together, we pick vegetables, and we like to cut flowers. I love Marcia. She makes me feel like together we can do anything. I can't imagine life without her. She's a part of the family. We are just one of the thousands of teams Canine Companions has paired together over the past 50 years. With your help, we can continue for another 50. Visit canine.org to see the many ways you can change lives.
I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other, leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
Hey y'all, I'm Blake Shelton. Being from Oklahoma, I know a thing or two about natural disasters. Tornadoes are common where I'm from and have affected my life and the lives of people I care about. No matter where you live, be aware of the dangers in your area and have a plan. You can create an emergency kit, come up with an evacuation plan, and know where to seek shelter. You never know when a disaster may hit. These simple steps can help save a life. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Everyone deserves access to quality health, but for half the world's population, essential health services are out of reach. At AmeriCares, we know access to quality health saves and improves lives. With good health, people can attend school, be productive at work, care for their families, and contribute to strong communities. That's why we envision pathways to health and opportunity for all. We care. It's our call to action. It's in our history. It's in our name. AmeriCares. AmeriCares about disaster survivors, about free medical aid, what doctors need, our communities, our neighbors, our families. AmeriCares about good health. For a better world. Learn more at americares.org/goodhealth. Together, we can build pathways to health. americares.org/goodhealth. Join us.
My name is Emma. I am 13 years old. 6 years ago, I was injured in a car accident that left me paralyzed from the waist down. Once I completed rehab, my mom applied for a canine companion service dog. Last January, I finally got to meet my service dog, Marcia. We quickly developed a very strong bond. Together, we go to my horseback riding lessons, school band practice, swim meets, and archery classes. Together, we pick vegetables, and we like to cut flowers. I love Marcia. She makes me feel like together we can do anything. I can't imagine life without her. She's a part of the family. We are just one of the thousands of teams Canine Companions has paired together over the past 50 years. With your help, we can continue for another 50. Visit canine.org to see the many ways you can change lives.
I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
We all have the ability to touch the lives of those around us. Moms, dads, neighbors, teachers, friends. These are the people who are always there to listen when we need to talk. Though their actions may not always be monumental, they are always felt. To someone going through a difficult time, a text, a call, or a visit can mean so much. Reach out to the veterans in your life today. Let them know they're not alone. One simple act can make all the difference. That's the power of one. If you're a veteran in crisis or know one who is, visit veteranscrisisline.net for free 24/7 confidential support, or call 1-800-273-8255 and press 1.
Mark Edmondson back with you live from Hornet Stadium here in Lomita, Texas. Game 7. Hard to believe for me. Now it gets down to this half of football to go. We are homecoming 2025. I'm going to give the King and Queen announcement here just a moment again. But also, just looking back at, I think, the growth talked about in that first half. Now, these are some of the things. This team has had some injuries the last few weeks, played two really good teams. The St. Joe game was close until the very end. Richland Spring able to pull away, but and the Hornets were missing two key players. Good to see, those players back in uniform. I think adding some stuff tonight, trying to see what they can do in some different formations and in a situation where it is a good time to try some of that. You want a good, strong win. They're on the pace for that. Need to finish strong in the second half. They lead 26-7 to the Hornets here at halftime against this undermanned Bynum team, no doubt about it. So you want to finish it up because in 2 weeks, and I'm hearing and starting to learn a little about more of the history. And, it's been, my understanding, about 4 years since the Hornets able to make the playoffs. I understood last year had a really quality team, had some injuries that came into play. Strong district, Jonesboro and May. Well, I just as an outsider looking in, watching some of the other happenings going on now deep into the season, May, their only loss coming to Richland Springs, about 40 points. Richland Springs did handle them as well, but May is still a very good team. Jonesboro, not doubting that they have some quality. They're looking at some of the stuff they've done, but they are 2-3 ahead the other teams other teams in the district's their record, and they're under 500. And Santa Ana struggling a bit as well, and so Lomita's in a position, again, 2 out of 3 wins, and you're going to get a playoff spot. Now, I'm not saying you just say, well, May's so good you can't play. Well, don't believe that. May, again, Richland Springs, a common opponent. May could not keep up with the Coyotes either. And so a lot of things be answered. But the main thing is you're going to come out after this week. If you can come out of here feeling good about a strong win homecoming, and then you have the bye week, rest up a little bit, and then prepare. You get Jonesboro at home in the first game, in a game that could propel you. Again, not going to slight the fact that Santa Ana is the last game of the season, and you have May, but you win that first game at home against Jonesboro, you definitely put yourself in a driver's seat for a playoff spot. You'd have May on the road the next week, and then Santa Ana to close it here at home. But again, the key will be that Jonesboro game. So got a lot of things could line up for you well, but you got to take care of business. So I think a good strong second half here would be a great way to do that. The Hornets will get the ball to start the third quarter. Not too much longer here in the halftime clock, so both teams, the Bynum's out warming up. The Hornets, again, all football players in the in the court on the guys' side, obviously. So they had to get back a little late, taking pictures and everything. So they're not quite. The Hornets not back on the field now. They've got to. You have that festivities, you have the fun, and now got to refocus. Not always an easy thing to do, as we heard Coach Wadley talk about in the pregame show. Again, I will say it at least the last time. I'll name the king and queen again, but the court for 2025: Roy Carr and Rain Hill, Stone Carr Jones and Phoenix Jones, Jeremiah Torres and Abigail Tower, Josue Lopez and Mackenzie Andrade, Manny Prado and Tegan Schmidt, and Easton Hamilton and Liliana Reyes. And the king and queen 2025 homecoming for Lomita High School, Manny Prado and Tegan Schmidt. So congratulations to them and to everybody and all the hard work. Again, being new, I've been in a lot of places, still a lot of homecomings in 30-plus years in education, and there's so much goes into it behind the scenes. Congratulations to Chloe Griffin, the cheer sponsor, but so many others to make things happen, and Mr. Moore, Mr. Frazier, just so many things happening and going on, but a lot of teachers helping. I see Mr. Torres and Ms. Blackburn always doing things and getting the programs ready. So, and I know, I don't know what everybody's doing. So, just a great effort, neat evening, and again, big crowd here cheering on the Hornets. And let's see if we can get them to a victory. 26-7. Hornets are now back on the sideline. Be good to get out with a good win, injury-free, and again with that bye week, we'll be back in 2 weeks on LTX Sports YouTube channel with Hornet football. All right, so the Hornets will receive. It's going to be, again, Jose Carbajal, usually wearing 10, had his jersey ripped, so he's in 28 now. He'll be up closer along with Jeremiah Torres. Pablo Carbajal be back deeper, about the 20-yard line right now. Up front will be Manny Prado and Roy Carr. And they're in the center, Jaden Garcia. It'll be Chris Howell to kick off for Bynum. He'd gone out a little bit. Good to see him back on the field, able to kick off. And they do still have one player still suited on the sideline, so they got 6 on the field and one other in his pads on the sideline does Bynum. And we're ready for the second half. Thank you for joining us for Hornet football on LTX Sports YouTube channel. Onside kick, and they're waiting for it to go 15, but it does not. Goes about 14 when Braden Sauerbeck touched it. So it will be the Hornet football and the ball at the 36-yard line. Their own 36 where they'll start it. So the ball rolled 14 yards. Sauerbeck was waiting, but that's where it died. He kind of fell down on it, but that's where the Hornets will get the ball. Torres brings the play in. 1st and 15 for Lomita. They lead 26-7. Start of the third quarter under center. They're going to pitch it to Hamilton, trying to get to the outside. And he has to turn it around. He has some space. Good block. He has room. And then we got a flag behind the play. Carr Jones leading the way with the block. Hamilton takes it to near the goal line, but afraid this is going to come back. There's a flag. Good job of down the field. Like to see that Carr Jones was still blocking and did have a player running down from behind Hamilton about the 1-yard line, but it's coming back. We have had trouble getting to the edge. That time Hamilton had to reverse completely his field of play and ran a long way, and then unfortunately going to come back. It would have been 1st and goal, I think, about the 1, but instead it's a penalty against the Hornets. It'll move them back 10 yards to the 15-yard penalty, 15-yard penalty to the 21-yard line. Yeah, I guess there's a block in the back, but as I hear the discussion in here, I didn't think it was a 15-yard penalty either. So maybe, I don't know. Anyway, either way, they did move them 15 yards back to the 21. It's first and long. They pitch it to Stone Car Jones, trying to get to the outside, and he is pulled down. And he had to be tackled by his helmet some because he has that extra padding on top, and now it looks like a Buffon hairdo as it was pulled off. So I don't know what you call that. He has that extra padding on the helmet, and it was pulled off. So they were grabbing some part of the helmet. He did get yardage up to about the 25, a gain of 4. The Hornets have not been able to get into a lot of running space. They've done it other ways and lead 26 to 7. To throw, Torres rolls, looking, going to throw deep. He has Roy Carr. Carr makes the catch for the first down, past midfield to the 20-yard line. It hung up a little bit, but Roy Carr with good concentration, a nice pass from Jeremiah Torres to Roy Carr. They're going to put it down at the 24-yard line of Bynum. About 31 yards on the pass completion. Torres to Carr. Carr got behind the defense. Torres found him. 1st and 15 from the Bynum 24. Snapback. They pitch it to Carr Jones. Gets through a seam. Still on his feet. Pulls a tackler with him. He's taken down by Dominic Fuentes. Number 19, Fuentes with the tackle. He's going to get yardage to near the 16-yard line, it looks like. Gain of 8 on the play. That inside, let's see. 2nd down and about 8. Snap back. Torres pitches it to Hamilton this time. Hamilton trying to find a seam, but not there. And number 40, Dylan Acevedo, pulls him back. I do apologize. I'm having trouble kind of finding the line in there in the middle of the field. Let's see. It's inside about the 15-yard line. Maybe the 14. Got a couple on that run. So to bring up 3rd down, got to get to about the 9-yard line for the first down. Got the J formation, snap back, get it to Torres. Torres, he's going to run, but going to be a flag. Torres dives for the pylon. I think he's just short, but it's going to come back. They're going to call a hold in the backfield. So some flags hurting the Hornets here in this early part of the 3rd quarter. Again, I don't think he scored, but he'd have been right at the goal line. It had been 1st and goal, but instead 10 yards penalty marked off. That will take it to the 25-yard line, so that's where they were. They were at the 15. I knew that all along. So 3rd and 16 now. The ball back at the Bynum 25-yard line for the Hornets. So kind of back and forth to make a good play and then a mistake. And, again, that consistency is what they've got to be striving for as we get in now this 7th game, late in the 7th game of the season. Again, some of those injuries playing a role. Spread them out wide here on 3rd and long. Hamilton to Torres. Back to Hamilton. Looking for space. He's going to have to outrun a defender. He tries to get to the edge. Hamilton does. Down the sideline. The 5 tight ropes the sideline. Touchdown, Hornets. Waiting for the signal there. Nice job on the pass. Got it to Hamilton, who found space, outran the bigger defender, tight-roped the sidelines, kind of sideways into the end zone for a 25-yard touchdown pass from Torres to Hamilton for the Hornet score. Now it's going to be Pablo Carbajal to attempt the kick, snap back. He is going to kick it on the way. Got plenty of leg, and it is no good. Thought he had plenty of leg, but I guess it looked pretty close, but it was no good. Had a lot of leg there from Pablo. So we will So again, back and forth on that drive, but made some big plays when they had to. Another touchdown pass from Torres. So at the 7:02 mark of the third quarter, Lomita does get on the board with his first drive. So a pass from Torres, the screen pass to Hamilton. Hamilton with a really good job of running away from the defender. Again, bigger defender. He's caught. That's going to be tough, but using the speed not to do it. And then as he got down the sideline, inside the 10, he was going to have the first down, but could he get to the goal line? And it looked like to me he might have turned his body a little sideways to keep his momentum from taking him out of bounds and into the end zone. So 25-yard touchdown pass, Torres to Hamilton. Extra point was no good, and it's 32-7, 32-7 to score. I do appreciate all the help. Just got some hydration. I had to help with somebody who couldn't get over to the concession stand, and so help from the Bristers to get me Gatorade. Thank you so much. Kickoff by the Hornets. The ball fumbled at about the 10-yard line and then picked up by number 7, Arango, and he takes it forward and taken down about the 25 by, I believe, Javier Caso led the charge there for the Hornets. Oh, and I needed that drink a little bit of that Gatorade. Refreshing. No commercial. Not selling for anybody. It just was thirsty. 1st and 15 for the Bulldogs at their own 25-yard line. They trail 32-7. Hornets, again, have made some mistakes along the way, but a good ball game. Have been in control. Let's see, it does start at the 24 for Bynum. Snap back. They get it to Arango. Arango cuts back and on his feet, knocked down by Stone Car Jones. Car Jones covers a lot of ground. Pablo Carbajal, give him credit. He had him down low and was going to not let him go, and then Stone came across and finished him off. Good job of helping each other out, which, again, you've got to do so much of in six-man football with all the open space. They pick up about 5 yards, does Arango, on the play to the 29, where it is second down and 10. Clock runs, 6:19 to go, third quarter. Cooled off this evening. It was a really refreshing evening overall. Hot day, but cool this evening. Nice night for homecoming 2025. Snap back. They hand it off to, almost came out. Good tackle there by Car Jones again. Playing that middle linebacker. He can cover a lot of ground. It was Arango again with the carry after the handoff from Sauerbeck. But not much space there. Maybe a pickup of a couple to the 31 will bring up third down and 9 or so for the Bulldogs. Lomita trying to go to 4-3 on the season. We'll have a bye week next week. Then district starts, the final 3 games of the regular season. Jonesboro here at home, May on the road, and then Santa Ana to finish it off here. 5:24 clock is running here in the third quarter. 32-7 Hornets. Sauerbeck. He's going to keep it. Now throw it out and catch not made. Didn't look like he's going to go a long way. Dominic Fuentes thought Sauerbeck might have been better to keep that, but I don't know if he wanted it. He was like, I'll just try to throw it out there. Not much room there. And incomplete will bring up fourth down. Fourth down and long. So the Hornets defense trying to get another stop on downs. Stop on downs, yes. I think I said that correctly. Fourth down and about 9. Clock did stop with that incompletion. Brister Garcia and Pablo Lopez on the line for the Hornets. Car Jones at that linebacker. Snap back. They throw it back behind. It's on the ground, and Pablo Carbajal comes up with it for the turnover. So this does give extra yards for the Hornets. Carbajal did a nice job of that edge rusher to get back there. The pitch from Sauerbeck to Rango was a bit high, and he went for it, and Pablo just beat him to it. So you were going to get the turnover on down. You get a few extra yards as the ball is spotted right at the 20-yard line of Bynum. So Lomita in great field position after another turnover. I might have lost count. At least three takeaways they've had tonight. And that was a big part of those early wins for this Lomita team. Got the J formation. Snap back to Torres. Up, and we got a false start. 5 yards will be stepped off against the Hornets. Again, making those little mistakes. They lead 32-7. 5:04 to go in the third quarter. I don't want to sound too critical. Hornets have played really well tonight. Defense, again, strong. But, these little mistakes, and I think there are some reason with some players not having that playing time and changing some things around, looking at some different things. But those are things that really it will cost you in a game you're trying to win to get in the playoffs. Pitch from Hamilton to Torres, and that did not work well at all. As again, number 94, Ashton Hawkins, saw that all the way, and he just takes up the space and swallows up Torres and just kind of slings him down for a loss back to the 27. So it went back to Hamilton, and then he pitched it to Torres. It was going to be a run. Well, it was a run, just not very far. So second down, and after the penalty and then the loss, about 22 to go. Second down and long. Prado brings him to the line. Torres under center. Carr Jones and Hamilton in the backfield. They pitch it back to Carr Jones, back to Torres. He rolls. He's looking to throw. Throws it back to Carr Jones. Carr Jones gets away from one defender. He's got a block from Hamilton, a good one. We're going to go. Great block by Hamilton. Touchdown, Carr Jones. That was a good, clean block. Kept his head out in front of him. And it's going to be a 27-yard touchdown. It touched about 3 different players' hands in the backfield before it got to Carr Jones. He used his speed and an excellent block by Hamilton to spring him to the touchdown. 27-yard touchdown pass from Torres to Stone Carr Jones. Pablo Carbajal to attempt the extra point. Snap is back. Hold is good. Kick is long enough. And it's good. 2-point conversion is good by Pablo Carbajal. We'll keep it here. 40-7. 47 our new score. So that was well done. Just all the little parts, because Torres was in trouble in the backfield. He found Carr Jones, and Carr Jones did break through one tackle. He's just able to get past the bigger defender. But there was that one still in his way that Hamilton did a great job of blocking. It was a hard block, but a clean block and keeping it out front, not a blind side, not a hit in the back, because there goes the penalty flag. Wasn't there. And once he did that, no way anybody was going to catch Jones, and he went into the end zone. So pass from Torres. So because it went back to Carr Jones or Hamilton first. This is where six-man football still amazes me. I have to go back and listen to find out. But it went through at least 2 players' hands, but it seemed like it was 6. Looked like it went through 8 players. Somebody on the sideline got it for a little while, and this develops, and, I'm trying to call the play. Usually a play just happens, but they develop in six-man football. It is something very different and exciting to learn along the way as well, even in Game 7. So that was a 27-yard pass. 6, the 2-point conversion good by Pablo Carbajal. 8 points makes it 40-7. Horns to kick off. That is Yulee to kick off and goes into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Touchback there. 40-7. Hornets with the lead. 4:01 to go in the third quarter. So they've scored twice here in this. There's only one score in that second quarter after quite a bit of scoring that first. But it will be at the 30-yard line, 20-yard line, touchback, so 20-yard line for Bynum. They start at their own 20. First and 15 from the 20 for the Bulldogs. Thank you for joining us, staying with us on LTX YouTube channel. Snap back and in trouble, nowhere to go. And I don't try to say this very often because sometimes it's overused, but that was a swarm of Hornets on that play, making that tackle. Pablo Carbajal in there. Also, Yuli, I think, is in the game. He is. Yuli Casaprada in there. Carson Brister. Jones was in there. Who am I leaving out? Pablo Carbajal, Manny Prado. They were all in there. Loss of 1 makes it second down and 16. It's good to see this third quarter has been good for the Hornets. Good game going in. But this 2 scores, strong defense, not letting up. And again, Bynum out there giving everything they can, but being overmatched. This is what a team needs to do, finish the game off. And the Hornets are doing that right now. Snap back to, it was Fake's snap. He kind of hesitated. It'll be a penalty. So that'll move him back 5 to the 14-yard line. And I'm sure Bynum, those tired legs getting tired. They had 7 suited up at the start of the game, and still they do have 7. In uniform. And, the roster sent had about 13 or so. 2 of them I can see on the sideline there just in their jerseys, so they've been hit by injury as well. Snap back to Sauerbeck. Pablo Carbajal gets him trying to hang on, and then he throws it in. I just give credit to Sauerbeck to get rid of it. Pablo Carbajal, probably outweighed by 30, 40 pounds. He wasn't letting go, but Sauerbeck was able to get that arm free and throw it for an incompletion. Carbajal was trying to get it at least around the arm to keep that from happening, but great job to get there by Pablo. Incomplete pass. Sauerbeck just able to get rid of it before help could come. Waiting for the cavalry there and couldn't get there in time. But it is 3rd and long, incomplete pass. But Pablo wasn't going to let him go either. Not sure he would have tackled him in a while. Again, thank you, Michael, for checking in with us, listening in. Snap back to Sauerbeck. He pitches it back. It's going to be Arango to try to throw, but he's in trouble. Pull down Pablo Carbajal. Ball comes. They say he's down. It will be a sack and a tackle. I might use that, sackle. A sack and a tackle by Pablo Carbajal. Arango is much more in the same size as Pablo, and Pablo was going to take him down. So it went Sauerbeck to Arango. He was planning to throw, but Carbajal with the big sack, having an excellent game, takes it back inside the 10, inside the 5. Looks like about the 4-yard line. And it's 4th down and about half the field. And on a 40 at midfield, it is almost half the field for a first down. About 5 yards short of it. 4th and long. They snap it back. Sauerbeck pitches it to Arango. He's trying to get some yardage, and he does, but he needed another 15 or so to go. He got to one marker. But not the other. So he's run out of bounds around the 20. He had some blocking, but just too far to go. So it's a turnover on down. And the Hornets defense throwing this shutout here in this third quarter. And this is exactly what you needed to see from them. This Bynum team just, again, they got to be wearing down. And so you take advantage of it. Now you, on the offense, got to go do your job. Torres brings it in. Also comes in with Chris Hernandez. Hernandez will be in the backfield. They spread it wide out at the 20-yard line of Bynum. They pitch it back to Hernandez. Hernandez, he's going to look to run. He now backs it up. Now he's still running. And I don't want him to get hit by one of those big guys. He's still staying away from him and then finally taken down. Chris Hernandez, the freshman, almost picks up a first down. But a couple of those players, as he ran by them, he was hidden in their shadow. So I'm glad he didn't get hit out in the open. There's a player down for Bynum. He's going to end up making inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It should be about a 12, 13-yard gain. But Chris Hernandez, the freshman, with the carry, quick. And he used that, and he needed to use it in that situation. So right now, one of the Bulldogs being checked on. Next week will be a bye week, no game. Good chance for the Hornets to rest. And it's then 3 games for the playoffs. And right now it is looking strong for the Hornets to go into that bye week at 4-3. 7 p.m. now. The next game it's on the schedule. Double check that today. 7 p.m. kickoff versus Jonesboro. Be here at Hornet Stadium, so we'll go on the air about 6:45 in 2 weeks from tonight. And it will be, it should be a great atmosphere, be a good crowd. If you can't make it, let everybody know that is the district opener, and a win could have huge implications. It's not everything, but it could be a great start. And they'll get Jonesboro here at home. The Eagles will come here. Then in May on the road, the May Tigers, and then Santa Ana, which I believe are the Mountaineers, the last game of the season here at home. It's 47 seconds left here in the third quarter. 40-7. So there's a lot of 4-7s involved in that scoreboard right now. 40-7 the score, Hornets lead. Bulldog player able to go to the sideline. So it's second down and about 3 from the 9. Pitch it back to Hernandez again. He's going to throw it back to Torres, and he has a path to the end zone. It's going to be Chris Hernandez to Jeremiah Torres for the touchdown. So Torres pitches it to Hernandez, and the freshman back to Torres, and Torres takes it in for the 9-yard touchdown for the Hornets. Pablo Carvajal will attempt the extra point. On the kick. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick. Again, enough leg, and it's good. So they've had a little struggles with the kicking, but a couple of 2-point conversions by Pablo Carvajal. Michael, I appreciate you asking that question. I don't have the answer to that. But it is a possibility. So I've got a question there. I'll answer it that way because I don't have any certainty with that yet. I have done it before, but we'll see when that time comes. And do appreciate you listening in. So at 39 seconds to go here in the third quarter, Lomita now leads, and we are, as I went last week and it closed in, we are closing in on that 45-point rule. It is 48-7. Hornets with the lead. If they could get the ball back, a score, just a touchdown would push them past the 45-point mark. So that was a pass from Hernandez to Torres. Torres, not sure. I think that's his first receiving touchdown of the year. They could have had one early, but memories, old age is a tough thing. But it was a 9-yard touchdown pass from Chris Hernandez. I'm guessing Chris Hernandez's first varsity touchdown pass as well to Torres. 2-point conversion good. 48-7, 39 seconds to go. 48-7, Hornets lead by 41. To kick off, and it's an onside kick, still bouncing around, picked up by Sauerbeck. He's looking for room and taken down by the Hornets, and that's Easton Hamilton with a good tackle. And one of the reasons, and I'll say this, you know, if you get a chance here, if you get the 45-point rule, there's a couple reasons for that. One of them, safety of the players. I mean, and for both sides, and this Bynum team has to be I'm tired. I know Lomita is tired, but they are playing with essentially now maybe just 6 players. And so, you know, there is a reason. And so if you can close out a game and protect players on both sides, that's a good thing. Right now, the defense trying to get a stop. Sauerbeck, he's looking to throw back across the field, and they didn't hold on. I wanted him to even hold on, and that would have been a highlight catch, and unfortunately, the young man, just one hand, he goes up in the air, Sauerbeck to Howell, and if he could have caught that ball, he was stretched as far as he could, but when he landed hard, and they're going to have to look at him and give all the credit to the effort. At this point of a game, you're down 41 points, and he doesn't want to have the 45-point rule put on this team. So what makes high school sports and football great. And he gave every bit of effort as he came down. The ball came out incomplete, but you can't question that effort. He'll get a good round as he gets to his feet. And, well, should. Second down and 15. Well, I can tell you a lot of adults who wouldn't go after something that hard that when you're down 41 points. So give the kid credit. Second 15. Do they have 6 players to get on the field? Because there was number 3 had been standing there a long time. And I will say, I've seen it in basketball. I don't know what the situation is in 6-man football. And it appears what's going to be playing with 5. So they'll have 5 on the field. Bynum. Got 2 backs in the backfield. Sauerbeck still at quarterback. 3 linemen. Got to have 3 linemen. On second and 15. Snap to Sauerbeck. He hands it off and taken down quickly as he hands it off to Fuentes and lost a yard. Carr Jones in on the tackle. Be third down and 16 from about the 22-yard line. And that will take us to the 4th quarter. That is the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. We'll take a short break. Come back. Going to the 4th quarter. Homecoming 2025. Lomita 48, Bynum 7 on LTX Sports YouTube channel.
Hey y'all, I'm Blake Shelton. Being from Oklahoma, I know a thing or two about natural disasters. Tornadoes are common where I'm from and have affected my life and the lives of people I care about. No matter where you live, be aware of the dangers in your area and have a plan. You can create an emergency kit, come up with an evacuation plan, and know where to seek shelter. You never know when a disaster may hit. These simple steps can help save a life. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Mark Edmondson back with you live here at Hornet Field. Lomita, Texas, Homecoming 2025. 48-7. Been all Hornets. And the second half, a good, strong, what they needed to do, playing hard, finishing it off this game. And they are. And right now, I think best thing, get a good stop. You get a score. And you can, that's the purpose of that 45-point rule. And so Bynum's sure not going to quit, so you got to get out there and checking in. Also get a chance some defense to play. Vance Weems checks in, going to be at nose guard. So Vance, the freshman, getting a chance to play here too. And he is standing in front of a much bigger young man at center. So go get him, Vance. 3rd and 16. The snap back. Sauerbeck to throw. And it's caught by Arango, and I think he's going to go unless he can be caught and Javi tries to catch him. Let's see, they're going to say touchdown. I think that's probably the right call. He got to the goal line and fell in. So they jumped the pass there, and Anthony Arango was able to catch it, and once he did that, he had mostly space. Javier Caso tried to run him down and then caught him right at the goal line. They kind of fell right at the edge, and the touchdown goes to the Bulldogs. Again, some new faces in there. Hernandez was back in coverage there, and it was close. He just kind of mistimed it a hair. Makes it 48-13. Do have 6 men back on the field. They played a play or two with only 5 with the injury. Did Bynum. They're going to go for 1 here. Sauerbeck going to hand it off, and big number 19 is carried into the end zone by Stone Car Jones. He was tackled, but 19, Dominic Fuentes does get the 1 point. He does get the point, a little slow to get up. Bynum, we've got a couple of players right now they're checking on. And I think part of it probably just, again, as few players they had, even on a cooler night, just their legs are out from under them. So let me catch you up here, though. That was a touchdown and a 1-point conversion. 9:44 mark left in the game. The Bynum Bulldogs score on the pass play. I'll check where that was. That was a 58-yard touchdown. 58-yard touchdown from Sauerbeck to Arango. 1-point conversion on the run by Fuentes. So it's 48-14. That does cut into that. Now a score won't make that 45 points, so they do extend the game a little further. So that, 48-14 now our score. The Hornets lead with 9:44 to go in the game. Chris Howell kickoff for Bynum. Pablo Carbajal back deepest for the Hornets, but he's up pretty shallow, about 20. There's a onside kick, bounces up to Torres. Torres is going to be tackled and about the 34-yard line. So the Hornets will have it at the 34. 9:39 to go in the game. 48-14 Lomita. See, they'll start at their own 34-yard line. Acevedo made that tackle on the return. Brister, Stone Carr, Prado, Roy Carr in the game, along with Hamilton and Torres at quarterback. J formation, snap back to Torres. Pitches it to Hamilton. Hamilton looking the blockers. He's going to change direction, trying to get to the outside, and stumbles a little bit. He might have got away, but just kind of tripped up on the grass there. But it's going to be a positive game past midfield to the 39-yard line. On the Bynum side, Sauerbeck with the tackle for Bynum. But it is at the Bynum 39-yard line for Lomita. Second down and about 7.5. I've got about half the distance there of that 15 needed. Under 9 minutes to go in the ball game. The Hornets lead 48-14. They're going to win this one. J formation, Torres in shotgun. Going to pitch it to nobody. It's on the ground. Has to pick it up. Now he throws it and incomplete. So Torres pitched it to the ground. Brister went one way. And had probably a little bit of not being in a few weeks, so a little confusion on which way. But Torres picked it up and then threw it incomplete. Third down. That is the one nice thing. Got the bye week and get everybody back healthy, and you got that extra week to get ready for Jonesboro and the district opener in 2 weeks here at home. 6:45 will go on the air. 7 p.m. kickoff against the Eagles. Third down and about 8. Torres. Man, we had movement. I think Hamilton might have left a little early. Somebody moved, so 5 yards back. Go on to the Lomita side of the field. 35, 36-yard line of Lomita, and kind of in between the two. So third down and 14. 8:41 clock is stopped here in the ball game. 48-14 Lomita. Got the two up backs, Torres behind them. Snap back to Hamilton, to Torres. He's looking to throw, has to pull it down now. He starts to run, still on his feet. Going to get the first down, and then cuts back inside. And then we got a flag. I'm not sure, that might be behind the play. He got to the 20-yard line. It looked like he was about to step out of bounds. Then he cut back inside, got some extra yards. The run gives him the first down, but see what they're calling here right now. Lomita, personal foul against the Hornets. And so they call it as a blindside block. So instead of a first down at the 20, that'll move it back past midfield to about the ball still on the Lomita side of the field at the 38. So it'll be third down and about 11. Third down for the Hornets. Under center, Torres. He pitches it back to Hamilton, back to Torres. He throws it middle of the field. Brister can't hold on to it. Brister was looking a little bit ahead there. He knew he had some room, but he was waiting, trying to see what defender might be in front of him, and couldn't hang on to it. Bring him fourth down. Torres was looking deep originally. Then he checked down to Brister. Fourth down and long. Eight 19. Clock stopped with that incompletion. Fourth down for the Hornets. They lead 48-14. Split wide right and left. Roy Carr to the left. Stone Carr Jones to the right. Hamilton to Torres. Torres back to Hamilton. Hamilton looking for blockers. Got a long way to go. Good cut. He's got the first down and more. The 20, the 10. Touchdown, Hornets. Nice job of setting it up. The blocking was there, and Easton Hamilton takes it in from 42 yards out. 42-yard touchdown from Torres to Easton Hamilton. Hamilton read his blocks really well. It was spread across the field. He found that space and then was able to use it to find the room to get to the touchdown on fourth down. Pablo Carvajal to attempt the extra point. Snap is back. Hold is good by Yulee, and the kick is on the way. It's good. Another two-point conversion. So fourth down play at 8:07 to go in the fourth quarter. That goes as a 42-yard touchdown pass from Torres. Again, as a screen play. Hamilton to Torres, back to Hamilton. But it gave time to set up the blocking, and you could really see it from up here. You couldn't, but I'm going to share it with you. Torres to Hamilton, and how Hamilton read those blocks. That was nicely done. 6 points on the touchdown, 2 on the kick by Pablo Carbajal. Makes it 56 to 14. 56 to 14. All right, so it will be the Hornets to kick off. Getting near the 9:30, about near 9:35. Still also kind of different with the 6-man game. That, well, shorter, but being an 11-man and a little longer half times as well. Games usually don't go. Usually 10 o'clock is, if you get 10, you're early, and usually it's past that. So, the 6-man, that can be quite different. Yuli Caso Prado to kick off for the Hornets, leading 56-14. It's an onside kick, takes a bounce, still in the air, and Prado, he grabs it. I don't know that he can't move it forward. He caught it one hand on the bounce, but I don't think he'd gotten 15 yards. So he couldn't keep running with it, but the kicker, Yuli, tried to pick it up and go. Yeah, appreciate you checking those, Michael. So we are going the defense back out there. Set it for you here. And right now, TJ Moore and Carbajal, Pablo on the line. Jeremiah Torres in the secondary, along with Javier Caso. What's that also? Is that, again, they've been mixing it up some. I think that's Yuli over there. 1st and 15 from the 36. They hand it off to Fuentes, and takes 2 to tackle him, and they do. As Torres and Jose Carbajal come in to make the tackle on Dominic Fuentes. Gained a couple. So ball at the 39-yard line of Bynum. They trail 56-14. 7:38 clock runs here in the fourth quarter. Braden Sauerbeck gets the call from his coach. Let's see. Are they are back to 5 players, aren't they? There are 5. Yeah, there are 3 on the line. So they're Bynum playing with 5 again. Snap back to Sauerbeck. He throws it out. Catch is made by Arango. Short of the first down, but it will get him past midfield to about the 34-yard line. They are on the Lomita side of the field after that gain of 6. 3rd down and 5 for the Bulldogs. 6:45 clock runs in the ball game. 56-14 Lomita. Bynum. Again, using as much play clock as they can, and game clock. Sauerbeck with Fuentes behind him. Snap back. Sauerbeck throws it out, and the catch might have been made, but he didn't. He was sliding down. Number 40, Dylan Acevedo, makes the catch, but that should have, I think that was 3rd down. So it was completed, but maybe for half a yard. That. So 4th down and about 4, long 4, short 5 for Bynum. Sauerbeck in shotgun. Fuentes behind him on 4th down. He's letting the play clock run down under 5. He snaps, hands it off to Fuentes. Fuentes is not going to get the first down, and it'll be a turnover on downs as several Hornets came in to make the stop. I also had trying to see a couple other. Nicholas Falon was in there on that tackle as well. He had checked in, and Nico Anguiano also. So several had checked in to help make that stop and the turnover on downs for the defense. The Hornets are a score away from the 45-point rule. It's 56-14. At 42, so a score would touchdown would end the game for the Hornets. They're at their own 32-yard line, 31-yard line. Split everybody out wide. Torres, he's looking to throw deep. He's going to try to down and almost intercepted. They were trying to get it to Vance Weems. Weems again, the freshman, was running down the sideline, but the throw bit overthrown. Good opportunity for Vance to get a chance. Second down and 15, ball at the 31. Torres brings the play in. Again, split. Weems split wide right. Stone Car Jones will move in the backfield with Hamilton. Snap back to Hamilton, to Torres. Torres rolling out, still looking. Throws the pass towards Weems, and Weems couldn't come up with it. Got there and had his arms around it, but just couldn't hang on. That had some speed to it. Incomplete. Bring up third down. Third down and 15. Third down and long for Lomita. 5:14 to go. 56-14. Hornets going to move to 4-3. Going to be victorious homecoming night. Third down and long here. Again, Weems split wide right. Torres. And then we've got a little bit of movement again in the backfield, so that'll move the Hornets back 5. Sorry, I need a quick drink there. Gatorade there, appreciate that. It drug on a little longer. Looked like they might be able to get the 45-point rule. Still within realm, but now we're under right at 5 minutes left in the ball game. 5:13. 56-14 Lomita. Third down and long. Torres in front of the two backs this time. He's going to pitch it to Hamilton. Got a block there from Carr Jones, but then the tackle made by Rango near the 35, we'll call it 34-yard line. So it's going to be fourth down and long for Lomita. Their ball at their own 34-yard line. Clock is running. Weems going to split wide to the right. Roy Carr wide to the left. Hamilton and Carr Jones in the backfield with Torres. They pitch it to Carr Jones. Looking for some room, but then is pulled down. I think he made the wrong cut there. He saw one hole, and he kind of turned into the bigger defender and just didn't see him there. And so they're able to make the stop and a turnover on downs and give the ball right at the 40-yard, nose of the ball on the 40-yard line for Bynum. Ball is edged on the so it's placed on the Lomita side by the nose of it is touching the 40, but it is on the Lomita side of the field for Bynum. So 39 3/4 yards line. And then a flag. Delay a game. Bynum didn't get the playoff in time. So that will move it into Bynum territory back at the 35 1/4 line. 4:28 to go. With these final seconds off, let's everybody get out of here healthy and a good win and get that bye week and prepare for district play in 2 weeks. 1st and 20 for Bynum. Sauerbeck, he pitches it forward, and good job to go low. That was Torres, as big number 40, Dylan Acevedo, was running at him. He went low and got him off his feet, so he gained about 8 or 9, but Torres did take him down. So it's at the 37-yard line now on the Lomita side of the field. Clock runs. That's the main thing right now. Let's get those final seconds of the clock off. As the Hornets are going to win this one and go to 4-3. And in a convincing fashion. Had some things to work on along the way, and always going to find that. But still a powerful game, and hopefully a statement to move forward for this team as they want to, try to make a noise in the district for playoffs. Snap back to Sauerbeck. Hands it to Fuentes. Fuentes kind of tackled, kind of went down as he was hit. And he got some positive yards past the tackle again with some of the players getting to play here that don't always get a chance. And in this case, Nicholas Falana, the freshman, another tackle there. Let's see if I can get who's on the field right now. So I got Jeremiah Cruz and Nico Anguiano on the front line. We got Yuli Casaprado, also Chris Hernandez, and then Falon as well, I think, still in there. So 3rd down at about the 33-yard line, 3rd and long for Bynum. Snap back, pitch it forward, and everybody just hang on. It might take all of this team, all of the Hornets do have to take down number 40. So you got some freshmen mixed in there, and all 6 of them might not have weighed as much as 40. I'm not sure. He is big. Again, a lot of big players on this team, and he did get the 1st down. And Chris, it was a 1st down. A couple of them really he's got to outweigh him by 100 pounds or more. But they got the 1st down to the 25. We will have a 2-minute warning timeout. We are stopped at the 2-minute warning. I'm going to take my last timeout before the end of the game. So with 2 minutes to go here in the game, some players getting a chance to get in again. Nicholas Falon, also of those 6 in there. At 2 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter, 56-14, Lomita Hornets on Homecoming 2025 in control of over the Bynum Bulldogs on LTX Sports YouTube channel.
What does VA mean to me?
A place for my daughter to call home, thanks to the VA Home Loan.
A new lease on life. The best healthcare team I've ever had is here at VA.
And education, and the opportunity to open doors I never thought possible with my GI Bill.
The financial support I need to manage the disabilities I developed because of my service.
Get what you earn. Visit choose.va.gov.
Not all veterans are eligible for the type or amount of benefits mentioned here.
That is another thing that's great to be, and I've been at games on a lot of Friday nights over the year. The moon horizons, you can see it here clearly and got that red glow to it. It's good moon rising tonight, but it is beautiful. This coming up is the game near the end here, and let's finish it on a good note. 56-14, 2 minutes to go. Hornets with the lead. Again, got some of these players getting a chance to play in here and last part of the game and having to work for it against this big Bynum team. Handed off to Fuentes again. Goes low and came in and made a good tackle. I'm trying to make sure the jersey doesn't pull all the way down there. Is that 28? It is Jose Carbajal coming in low to make the tackle. A gain of a couple. A second down and 13. The ball is at about the 22-yard line for Bynum. Minute 21 clock runs here in the fourth quarter. Again, Sauerbeck waits runs down. Under 5 seconds on the play clock, pitches it forward. And again, takes 2 or 3. Led that time. Jeremiah Cruz doing a good job of holding back and keeping Acevedo from getting ahead of steam. And gained about a yard to the 21. But Jeremiah Cruz got a hold of him and waited for help. That's what you'd have to do. Third down and long. Under 35 seconds to go. They will have to snap it one more time. As again, the moon saying, hey, good game, Hornets. That's what I'm thinking. Snap back. They pitch it forward again. Everybody hanging on, and at least 5 of them to bring him down, but they do after a couple of yards. And that will be the final play of the game. And there is the final buzzer, 56 to 14. 56-14, the Hornets beat the Bynum Bulldogs. Again, just as the red moon makes it maroon, as a maroon moon makes its presence felt on homecoming night. Take this short break. We'll wrap it up from here. The Lomita Hornets 56, the Bynum Bulldogs 14. Homecoming 2025 on LTX Sports YouTube channel.
The key to unlock the next breakthrough in life-saving cancer research could be sitting in your driveway. Stand Up to Cancer's vehicle donation program makes it easy to turn your unwanted vehicle into funding to support innovative cancer research. These innovations lead to better cancer prevention, diagnosis, and treatment, which means we can help save lives right now. Cancer affects all of us. Today alone, 5,370 people in the United States will be diagnosed with cancer. It will take all of us standing up together to put an end to it. So when you're looking to get rid of your old car, truck, motorcycle, RV, or boat, why not donate it to Stand Up to Cancer? Donating is easy and tax deductible. We'll even tow your vehicle for free. You can be a driving force in cancer research. Donate your car today. Visit standuptocancer.org/cars to learn more.
Mark Edmondson back with you live for the final time here. Sorry, my computer unplugged and it will go off if I don't plug it back in. Sorry. There we go. All right. Our final score, 56 to 14. But I do want to say, as we wrap it up here, a couple things with the bye week coming up. Got to say this before we get too far. Homecoming 2025 as the teams meet in the middle of the field together. Always great to see. Again, I give a lot of credit Bynum, trying to fight through at one point playing with 5 players. So just give them credit for staying with it and not giving up, but also great effort. The Hornets, I thought, did a lot of good things. Got some things to work on, too, but good effort from start to finish and did what they needed to against the team they should have beaten and did and took care of those things, and that's something to really, use looking forward going in with with the district games up next in 2 weeks. Congratulations again to Manny Prado and Tegan Schmidt, Homecoming King and Queen 2025. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Our next broadcast will be in 2 weeks. So next Friday, bye week, then 6:45, 2 weeks from tonight. Pregame, 7 o'clock is scheduled kickoff against Jonesboro. And why it's so important, district opener. We've got 3 games left in the regular season, and this team, I think, has every reason to have expectation, and they just got to go perform and do it on the field to make the playoffs. So thank you for joining us. Appreciate all the support, and we'll be back on the air in a couple of weeks with those games. We'll follow them through and hopefully on into the playoffs. So our final score tonight, Homecoming 2025, the Lomita Hornets defeat the Bynum Bulldogs 56-14 on LTX Sports YouTube channel. Thank you and good night.
You have been listening to Lomita High School Sports on the LTX Sports YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us and good night.